Okay.
Good morning. Okay, do I need to,
Yeah,
do I need to stand or y'all want me to sit?
no, you're fine.
Okay, good morning. I'm Terry Comer, the Workforce Development Manager here at Alabama Department of Workforce. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I will be doing a brief presentation on the on-the-job training program that is offered throughout the state of Alabama. Next slide. A little bit of basic information about this program. Um, Number one, most employers don't know about us. We're still trying to spread this information across the state of Alabama, letting employers know all of the services that are offered through the Career Center system. Most people and most employers think we are the unemployment office. We are not. We are the Career Center. They are the Career Center. And employers need to know that there are programs that are designed specifically for them. And one of those programs this morning is the On the Job Training Program. This program is funded by the U.S. Department of Labor out of Atlanta, Georgia. The whole idea is for employers to train new workers. The new workers need to learn new skills, and this program allows employers to train these new workers while saving money on the training costs. We have what we call business service representatives. They are throughout the state of Alabama. And we have 28 of those persons and 28 career center systems. The OJT program provides reimbursement to employers for the extraordinary costs associated with hiring and training new workers. We reimburse them 50% of the hourly wages. This training can range from 6 weeks to 26 weeks. Also, our workers or their workers that they're planning on hiring and training must be full-time workers with a minimum of 32 hours of work, unless the participant is a vocational rehabilitation participant, a disabled veteran, older worker, or a participant with a disability. We allow for special circumstances in those particular areas. We do not allow seasonal or temporary positions. The trainees must be paid at least $10 an hour in our non-metropolitan counties and $14 an hour in metropolitan counties, or the same wages as any other entry-level employee in the same occupation. Meaning, I'll just use Hyundai Power Transformer as an example. They start all their workers at $20 an hour. Their entry-level wages are $20 an hour. However, we have that $10 and $14 there. The employer don't need to drop his wages because that's what we would like. That we still want him to pay that $20 an hour for his entry-level employees. And we'll reimburse him half of that cost, which is $10 an hour. Now, we do have a wage cap, a federal wage cap for the state of Alabama. That's the next slide over, which is $26.12. However, if an employer is paying someone $30 an hour, our wage cap is $26.12. We reimburse half of the $26.12, not the $30 an hour. All employers that are interested in doing our program may be entitled to up to $50,000 per training year. Our training year is July 1 to June 30th. Next slide. We have a pool of eligible applicants at the Career Center. However, employers can send applicants that are interested in going to work for them to the Career Center to determine eligibility. Again, there are 28 career centers across the state. The employer must wait until the contract has been approved. Normally, that takes about 1 to 2 business days. We can grant pre-approval if all paperwork is submitted correctly. This program is not designed to replace laid off workers. However, if a large plant, i.e. Hyundai here in Montgomery, say, hey, we're going to close our production line, one of their production lines, and we're going to lay those folks off possibly. However, if they make an offer to those persons that worked in that production line and not just laid them off, we still can do a contract, because there are companies that lay off in different lines of their establishments for various reasons. Okay? We do not allow for at-home positions or virtual work situation. However, the trainee can work out the training hours on our contracts for the employer at the job site or facility, and when those contracted hours are complete, they may work from home for that employee. But during the training period, they must go into the office, the site, or the facility for the OJT training hours. Okay? We would hope that employers will retain these folks once they have hired and trained them through the on-the-job training program. All our employers must have workman's comp, and that's just common sense. Workman's comp, health and accident insurance. A little bit about immediate family members of employers not eligible for the on-the-job training contract. What we're saying that there is, we don't want a father and a son working for each other and they're on this program. However, at these large plants that are paying really good wages across the states, you have fathers, sons, uncles, cousins, everybody at these plants. Direct supervision, the father may be in HR, the son may be in maintenance, and the cousin may be an assembly worker. We do not have a problem with that, as long as they are not providing direct supervision. Next slide. All right. Again, eligibility, you have to be eligible for this particular program. In red, everybody or all employers that participate moving forward, and this started last March because checks were being lost and you name it, we had to resort to this in red, which is all employers must activate a STARS account and receive electronic funds transfer, EFT, instead of a paper check. So no more paper checks. BSRs help when they can with employers that do not know how to do this. And we have a direct person over in STARS that can assist them as well. All employers must have an E-Verify MOU. BSRs, again, initiates all of this paperwork to include invoices. We just want the employer to concentrate on hiring and training. Let's take a look at what we're talking about. This is how an OJT contract look. Again, the BSR does all of this for the employers. This is one for Escambia County Habitat, and they needed one person, a stock order person. They're paying that person $12 an hour for 640 hours. So 640 times $6 is $3,840. Again, the BSR completes all of this paperwork. The employer discussed with the BSR what he's looking for, what kind of person he's looking for, what he's planning on paying, and we put all this into what we call an OJT contract. Next slide. That's the training plan that the BSR puts together for the employer if the employer does not have a job order or job description. Not AI. This is ONET. ONET did this for us, and they tell us the tasks for this particular job, which is a stock labor, and they tell us the skill levels, they tell us the training methods, they tell us what the wages should be based on the zip code, you name it. ONET does all of this for us and for that particular employer. Next slide. That's the W-9 of that particular employer. Next slide. Disclosure statement. What we're looking for there, and it's not so much we're looking for it, what we want to disclose is if Escambia County Habitat had received any other grant money, and they listed that. They received grant money, looked like from uh, uh, Strengthening Alabama Homes, and they also received some grant money from AARP. So that's what we're looking for. Any other funds they may have received. They may have received some funds from us here at the Department of Workforce. That would be listed in that block as well. The next slide is their E-Verify, and go to the next one. And what we're looking for on that E-Verify for employers to make sure they have that USCIS verification, which means they have actually registered with E-Verify and have a MOU. Okay. Next slide. That's their workman's comp. If they had a contract with us before, we do what we call a performance evaluation, and we're normally looking for about 50% if the person remained working for them when they completed the training. Next slide is the checklist. And all of these items and all of this information is put together or compiled with the BSR for that career center. The employer simply calls the BSR or the career center or whatever and say, hey, I'm looking at needing some folks. I need some people to join my workforce. I'm looking for some assemblers. I'm looking for some maintenance people. What can you do to help me? Let me say this to everybody that's on the call. We need you all to help us spread the word that we have these programs available at no cost to employers. These programs are stackable. You can do OJT. They finish OJT, you can move into incumbent worker training, which you're going to get a briefing on later on this year. You can also do apprenticeship. All of these programs are stackable and at no cost to the employers. Please help us spread the word to employers through your contacts that we have these programs available. I'm going to email Joe my presentation today. I'm also going to email him my fact sheet, the OJT brochure, and the Career Center listing that has the BSR's information, business service representative, and the Career Center information across the state. What are your questions of me?
Y'all got Miss Terry now. Ask questions if you have some.
Hey, Terry,
Yes, ma'am.
this is Sherry. Are the brochures available for us to order?
Yes, ma'am. Next week,
Okay.
when I finish that presentation next week, Sherry, this is Sherry Burdette, right?
Yes, it is.
Hey, how are you?
I'm
Okay,
good.
when I finish training all the BSR next week, we're gonna post the new fact sheet, the new brochures, the guidelines, the forms, everything's gonna be posted on Alabama Works. Also, I will have, of course, hard copies as I present next week to the BSRs.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
awesome. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Anybody else? Is there anything else I need to tell them, Sherry, since you have been a BSR for a long time? And congratulations on your promotion. Well
Well, thank
deserved.
you. The best advice is just keep trying. You may have to go to an employer, work with them for about 6 months to a year before they ever take that step to do OJT. And if you can just get one person started, then usually, they can add on to the contract and
Yes.
you just have to get them on the hook first.
Yeah. And those that are on the hook, they got it down to an art. They don't hire anybody without calling a career centers, their particular career center saying, hey, I need a maintenance person. Hey, I need a plumber. Hey, I need this. I want to do this. Can I do that? They call the people that understand how this works. I just wish everybody was on the same level for as employers across the state and everybody knew how good this is and it's harmless. The BSR does everything for that employer. Y'all have anything else? Well, thank you so much for your attention, and I hope you enjoy your lunch and the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.